Coach Greg Long, double episode, 2 coaches. That's how you do it on a double episode. First one ever and maybe last one ever of the Northstars show, so welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Highlights of the year, when you look back on this year, I mean, we don't have a ton of wins, but what are some things that stand out for you?
Yeah, I thought the team in general, we got off to a good start. Lots of kids at training camp, a good conditioning camp prior to the season, close to 70 kids that showed up for the evaluation camp and to try out. And then that home opener as well, where we had close to 700 people in the stands. We won that home opener. I thought we got off to a really good start, this team, and that was one of the highlights, as well as just this last game here this weekend with that full crowd here again, and everything going to the Ross family.
Yeah, no, that was a huge. I'm glad you brought that up because we kind of missed it off the top. But I mean, such a big part of our team, Mike, has been, you know, in the past, and their whole family. So nice that the people showed up and that we could do that for them, because it's tough.
Absolutely. Like Mike and Brandy have been down here. Their daughters have been down here. Their boys went through the organization. Anytime we can give something back, that those people in general have given so much to the Northstars, it's incredible, and it's good to have a bunch of people that rally around them and support them, and thoughts and prayers are with them.
Yeah, 100%. You beat me to it. And my next question was highlights off the ice this year, and that's got to be one of them. Just that we could do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, when we can do things like that, it's great. Not only for the hockey, it's all about the people that you meet here, and whenever you can do things like that, it's massive, right? It's huge.
Yeah, pretty special for sure. Speaking of, their boys went through the program. We'll have a new crop of kids that show up here next year. What would be your advice for some of the kids that are watching now that think, you know what, I'd like to be on the team in a year or a couple years? What's some advice for them?
Yeah, you know, it's a process, right? Where you have to put the time in. It's not about just coming down here and showing up. It's about when you're getting ready in the summertime, what you need to work on, little parts of the game, the attention to detail that you need to improve on. And then once you get here, just saying, okay, I have to put the time in. There's other kids around this province here that put numerous amounts of hours in, and you just have to understand that part of it, that there's a lot of hard work that goes with it.
Yeah. None of us have enough natural talent just to wing it. None of us are Mario Lemieux.
Nobody does. And Lemieux or Gretzky, or doesn't matter who it is, McDavid, and the list goes on and on. It's all about the hours and the hours of hard work and putting the time and the sacrifice. Not only your parents and everyone involved, but yourself. You got to take it upon yourself to do it yourself, right? And it is what it is. Like, you'll only get back what you put into it.
And maybe one last piece for the guys that are looking to move on from this to play some junior or to play some higher level. I know you did at one time. You're probably not quite in shape to play junior hockey right now. Maybe you are, I don't know. But any sort of different advice? Because a lot in those cases, those guys are moving away from home. They're going to get a little bit less support because you're a little bit older. Any advice for those guys?
You know, a lot of what I just said, actually, like, be prepared where you're going. Always have a plan B in place. And usually, from my experience, you'll know within the first 48, 72 hours if things feel right, not only with the coaching staff, with the players in the dressing room, with certain elements of the game, how you fit in, and if you're capable of playing at that level and with that particular organization. And then just go with it, and then work hard and try to be a good teammate and do what you need to do. But you have to go there with an open mind and make sure you're ready to go. Make sure you're ready to be there, and then leave it all out there on the ice.
That's excellent advice. Speaking of guys moving on, anybody here this year that or even that might be returning next year that has sort of impressed you? People like maybe diamond in the rough, or somebody who you think we should watch out for in the next couple of years that might explode? And you can't say your own kids.
Yeah, you know what? And like I said before, we have a good group here. We have a good group of 07s actually that have 2 more years in the system that I bet you those kids that are moving on here could look back and say, hey, if I could do some things differently, I would change that. So if those kids want to put the time in and learn the game the proper way and excel on and off the ice, they all have a good chance to take it as far as they want, basically. But at the end of the day, that's what they have to do. They have to realize what their strengths and weaknesses are, and just go with that and just say, hey, listen, this is what I need to work on, whether it's my skating, whether it's my shooting, my hockey IQ, and all of the above. But there's a good group of kids here that have potential to go on, as well as some of the 05s too. Like they can do that, but you have to say, hey, do I really want this? That's what it comes down to. We talk about hockey IQ and stuff. It's the IQ is huge, but it's the I can that's more important than the IQ and the want. The want is huge in hockey. So that's what I would say to them. Yeah.
Well said, and you're right, it's an opportunity. I know last year we had a bunch of graduating players and things went pretty good, and it was nice to watch them, sort of mature and be comfortable in the league, and it feels like we have an opportunity like that coming up again.
We do, and we do, and then after the season is done, you reflect on it and think about what the good points and the bad points were, and then once August 1st rolls around, it's time to get back to work and say, hey, listen, this is where I want to go, this is how I'm going to get there, who's in that situation, who's on that team, who do I have to beat out of a position to be there, what is that coach or that organization looking for, how am I going to get there, and then take it upon yourself and surround yourself with some people, and don't be afraid to call on people, some older players or coaches or whatever, to mentor you and help you get there if that's truly what you want to do.
That's what you need. Yeah. Top shelf advice. Last one. You've coached at a bunch of different levels. You've been a coach for a number of years. What's your favorite part of the day? What's your favorite part of game day? Coming to the rink, of the whole experience, the whole game. What are some of your favorite parts of the day? Yeah,
it comes and goes actually with a group like this. I'm pretty proud of this group actually. Just the fact that we're in a tough situation here in the North, and these kids, it's frustrating with when you're not winning hockey games. But they stuck with it, right? They stuck with it, coming to the rink every day, and they're laughing and enjoying themselves when things are tough. And that's, as a coach, that's really good to see when you can still see that camaraderie, that compete level still having fun. And that's what hockey's all about, right? Having fun, coming to the rink, enjoying the time with your friends and getting out on the ice and competing. But that's great to see as a coach when we can see that in players' faces.
Well, heartwarming to hear. You're a hockey guy right to the core, and so I can see where that part of the game, when you can tell they love it.
Yeah, I hope so. And I always tell them, don't leave here and remove yourself from the game. You put so much time in up till you're 17 years old. Stay with hockey, whether you're 17 years old or 77 years old. Get back to the game, enjoy it. It's a good environment down here for kids. So just try to stay with it as much as you can, whether it's coaching, mentoring, helping out with practices, and the list goes on and on. Just try to enjoy it because it's good. It's good for kids.
Playing outdoor rink, old timers, wings, kings, we're all looking for players.
Absolutely.
Right on. Coach Greg Long, thanks a lot.
Thanks very much. Thanks, guys.